These are the best skills you want to upgrade for each and every hunter. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman coming with you today with a skills guide for hunters, more specifically the SSR hunters. We're going to teach you guys each and every skill you want to upgrade, what priority to use, because it does matter which skills you upgrade first. If any of those, there's different types. We're going to talk about the supports, the tanks, the mages, the fighters. So if you rock with the boy, be sure to leave a like on the video. If you're new, consider subscribing to that channel, turning on post notifications so you can know each and every time I go live. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. And honestly, I just want to start with the most recently released character. We're going to talk Meilin Fisher. So with the Meilin, the first skill you guys want to upgrade is going to be her rear lash, right? And if we read this, it does a certain amount of damage of her HP, and it does, you know, various different things when you factor in her passive skills. So when she uses the rear lash, if we scroll down a little bit, it it increases her own team members' power gauge and her own if she hits looks like elite or higher monsters. That's 8%, and then 8% if it's just regular monsters for her and her team. And that's the A3, and we do have a Meilin, guys, so make sure you guys check that out. A3 is definitely the sweet spot. Even if you don't have her at advancement 3, you still can benefit from upgrading that rear lash first. After the rear lash, you want to go ahead and go to her core attack. That is the side whip. You want to upgrade the side whip because honestly, playing around with her skills, you're going to get your core attack very often. So go ahead and upgrade that core attack. After the core attack, we are talking her up skill. This is probably one of her more high damaging basic skills out of her basic attacks and skills. So this is doing 554 at level 4, and then it does multiple things. It increases the core attack damage of all the users on the field. It gives shield even, or not, it removes shield, my bad. But you definitely want to upgrade that next. Then we're gonna go ahead and swing on over to the ultimate. That is doing 1000% of her HP, so you want to get as much damage as possible, right? Mainly being a support character, you definitely want to get the damage when you can. So go ahead and upgrade that as high as possible. We have it level 5 right here, as you can see. And then after that, really, you can just go with any type of basics. You can go with her basic skills, you can go to her support skills, and then you can go to her QTE. So that's how you want to upgrade Meilin Fisher in that priority order. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about Miss Alicia Blanche. So guys, as you can see here on the pay to win, we have the maxed out frost arrow. This is her most important attack, okay? Her core attack, she has core attack spam, guys, so you definitely want to upgrade that. As you can see, like I said, maxed out, man. So we went all expenses here, right? We put it all forward. We used all the mana power extract as possible. You will not regret putting this to level 10. Even if you don't have enough Meilin draws right now, she's coming back to custom draw, right? So you need to get this to level 10, not before, not after, right now, right? So go ahead and upgrade that core attack. After the core attack, you can go ahead and wander over to the skill 2, the basic skill 2. This does a lot of damage. As you can see, we have that level 7 along with her basic skill 1. So the basic skill 1 does about relatively almost half the damage, but it does have a chance to freeze. But both of these skills do refresh her core attack. So regardless, you want to upgrade these probably side by side, level them out, but honestly, I would probably prioritize the basic skill 2 just because it does a little bit more damage. After these two, go ahead and upgrade that ultimate. The best ultimate in the game. I personally feel like this ultimate is very insane. 4,305% damage at level 8. This is insane. As you can see, Alicia Blanche is all about that DPS. After that, feel free to go ahead and upgrade that attack, upgrade that support, and then upgrade that QTE. Next up, we're talking Hae-In. So the first thing you guys want to upgrade here will be the dancer. So this dancer, you can stack it and use it repeatedly back to back. So you can use it almost, I think, at minimum 5 times if you crit enough times. So go ahead and spam the dancer. I know it's relatively low on the attack, 500, but like I said, if you use it 5 times, that's 2,500 damage that you can go ahead and stack on, right? That's almost half of an ultimate. After the dancer, you can go ahead and upgrade that ultimate. Light of the End, as you can see, we have it maxed out before the dancer. Really, that was just for speedrun, so really you could feel free. These might be like 1A and 1B, so whichever you prioritize more. You can go with the dancer, you can go with Light of the End, but I personally would go Light of the End after the dancer. After that, go ahead and upgrade that Sword of Light. This one does a lot of damage. It hits your target with unrecoverable, which was just lovely when she dropped, right? And then we're heading on over to the core attack. So don't forget about the core attack. This does a lot of damage for a core attack, right? So 1516% damage at level 7. That is lovely, that is lovely, that is lovely. I would go ahead and swing on over to the QTE though. The QTE does a nice amount of damage. We're talking 1560 at level 7. So it actually does more than the core attack at level 7. So go ahead, upgrade that as well. Don't forget your basics. Don't forget your support skill as well. Moving on over, we got the lovely Miss Emma Laurent. Go ahead and upgrade that burn up skill. This is one of her best skills, if not the best skill in her arsenal. It creates, zigzag paths, creating flames and decimating lots of waves of enemies. It's like the Hunter version of the Commander's Touch. You definitely want this as high as possible. What you also want as high as possible is this core attack Flame Strike. This is doing a nice amount of damage. You're getting that burn effect, and when you use that basic skill 1, it can also give you your core attack. So I wouldn't say Emma's like a core attack spammer, but she is very nice when you can use that burn up skill, get that core attack, so it kind of chains well together. So go ahead and upgrade that Flame Strike. After that, we're actually going to upgrade that QTE. So the QTE actually does, again, the burn effect. That's doing a nice amount of damage. You're even getting weak break out of that. So go ahead and feel free to upgrade that QTE. What I would go next after the QTE is the Ultimate Burning Pride. So this Burning Pride Ultimate is doing a nice amount of damage, and depending on if you have enough stacks on heat absorption or if you have heat emission, you might even get this ultimate back very fast. So as you can see here, when heat absorption is active, the skill's damage does decrease by 33.3, right? But the power gauge consumption and cooldown time are reduced by 50%. So depending on when you use it, you can get your ultimate back relatively very fast. And I know we got a level 6, don't mind that, right? But after that, go ahead and go to that Flame Cleave. This one does heavy break, right? But the damage is a little low, but you can, of course, upgrade that as well. Don't forget your basic skills, and then don't forget your QTEs. Next up, we're talking the boy Mean. So actually with Mean, I'll be honest guys, there's not too many skills you really want to prioritize here with him being a support character, but there are skills we should talk about. First and foremost, I think the most important thing is the Light's Glimmer. This does damage to the user's max HP, right? But it also recovers his team's entire HP equal to 0.58 on level 4 of his max HP every second. And as we upgrade this, this also goes up, right? So you actually want to upgrade this as much as you can. We're actually going to upgrade that live in the flesh, right? Because we want as much HP as possible, right? So now our team's getting 0.63 of his max HP every second. I don't know how long that, it looks like 10 seconds. So we're getting over 6% of his max HP every 10 seconds every time he uses this skill. This is awesome. This is amazing. Go ahead and upgrade that. Go ahead and also don't forget to upgrade your ultimates with Mean. I'll be honest, after that in the ultimate, there's really, a good amount of things you could play around with. You can go punishment, you can go divine punishment. I probably, would just prioritize the Light's Glimmer, the ultimate, and then maybe the Conviction of Light. Everything else is up to you. Swinging on over to the boy Lim Tae, you want to go ahead and upgrade that Shooted Maneuver skill. This is one of his best arsenal moves, and it also increases or not increases, but it allows you to activate your core attack. So that's definitely going to follow suit next. Go ahead and upgrade that Volley Fire. This is going to do weak damage on top of a good amount of attack. And then after that, go ahead and swing back over to that basic skill 2. This one is a high DPS move, dealing heavy break, Typhoon Fire. Go ahead and upgrade that. After that, I would definitely go ahead, go into that quick attack Typhoon Fire. This one's doing a nice amount of damage, and he can fire it several amounts of times. He'll go into sniper mode. Definitely one of my other favorite ultimates in the game. After that, feel free to go back to that basic skill 1, go to that QTE, and don't forget your support skill. Now for the boy Baek Yoonho, I actually suggest going with that basic skill 2. This is one of his highest damaging moves between the basic attack and the basic skills, so go ahead and get as much DPS as possible. Obviously you're not using Baek for DPS, or at least this version of Baek, but you do want to get as much damage as possible when he's on the field. Go ahead and swing back over to that basic skill 1, the Ferocious Spirit. Go ahead and get that as high as possible as well. I would suggest going next to the ultimate. Now this one's doing 4k of the user's defense. It's also giving defense decrease to the opponent, and it's doing a nice amount of damage. As you can see, the buffs here. Go ahead and swing on over to that Damnation QTE skill. He's doing medium break and a good amount of damage there. Don't forget your core attack, then the basic attack, and then the support skill. For the lovely lady Bora, go ahead and upgrade that Summoning Charm Phantom Foxes. This one's going to do a specific amount of damage depending on how high you have it leveled up. So at level 4, it's doing 326.67, but if we look at the level 10, it's doing almost up to 420%. So go ahead and get that as high as you can. After that, it's really personal preference, right? Because Bora is more of a mage type that's kind of like a support. So I'd personally go Strengthening Charm. This one does a cool amount of damage. We're looking at 1k. It creates, you know, the debuff zone, the enhancement circle. That's lovely. And it's also going to increase the damage of your Phantom Foxes by 20% and change that to penetration. So that's lovely. You definitely want to use these in coalition with one another. Go ahead and upgrade that basic skill 1, basic skill 2. Don't forget the core attack. The ultimate can also follow suit. This is one of her highest damaging moves, so go ahead and get that as high as possible. After that, it's really personal preference. Don't forget your basic attack, don't forget your QTE, and don't forget your support skill. Swinging on to the boy, the big woo Jinchul. I'll be honest guys, I don't use him too much, so shout out Arm Genesis for the cheat sheets. It looks like we want you guys to upgrade the basic skill 1, followed by the core attack, followed by the basic skill 2, followed by the basic attack 1, followed by the ultimate, followed by the QTE, and then the support skill. And I just rushed through that, I know, but like I said, I don't really use them, so that's just what Arm Genesis says. Shout out to him once more, but feel free to upgrade him in that wayward fashion. Speaking of guys I don't use, here's Hwang Dongoo. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but go ahead and upgrade his basic skill 2, and I just did it some more. After the basic skill 2, go ahead and hit that Urge to Kill. That's his skill 1, followed by the ultimate Merciless. Once you upgrade that, go ahead and swing on over to that core attack, then the normal. Don't forget your QTE and don't forget your support skill. Swinging on over to the boy Choi Jong-In, go ahead and get those Rain of Flames as high as you can, followed by the basic skill 2, that Flame Spear. We're gonna go ahead and finish that with the ultimate End of Days, which will actually reset your basic skill 1 and 2. So you don't want to leave out the ultimate. These 3 are very nice, worked in coalition, so go ahead and get that as high as possible. Don't forget your Blast core attack. This one does the burn effect, which is very lovely. Go ahead and finish that up with the normal attack, your QTE, and then your support skill. And then last but not least, we have the boy Beast Baek Yoonho. I don't have him personally, so once again, shout out to Arm Genesis for the skill priority list. We're going at the core attack Slaughter first, followed by the normal attack. So that's definitely a new way to go about it, suggesting the basic attacks before anything else. So go ahead and get those 2 upgraded. Then we're talking Divinity, his ultimate skill. That looks lovely. Wow, I might need to do some Beast back draws, but after that we're talking basic skill 1, the QTE, the support Magic Beast, and then his skill 2. So those are all the ultimates you want to go ahead and upgrade for each and every hunter. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts below on Reddit. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.